afternoon. How are you, Mr. Gift?
Good evening, guys, and good evening to your listeners as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
For those that don't know, he is a Gift Nkuna. He is the Chief Intervention Architect at the Superpreneurs Consulting Ltd. For those that didn't know or he have little information about Superpreneurs Consulting, what it is all about?
Superpreneurs Consulting is it's a consultancy that focuses on development of entrepreneurs, but our approach is quite different because if you look on our website, we punt this as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
We want to perceive entrepreneurs as individuals. Hence, we say bespoke intervention. We're moving away from a culture where people will sit in their boardrooms and develop programs and then prescribe the programs to the people on the ground and say, this is what we're going to teach you, without understanding the background of those individuals.
Sure.
So we tend to think that when one entrepreneur in Paley or in Atteridgeville has an administrative pain, all entrepreneurs must be thrown into one hall and be taught about administration. We are not wired the same.
Yeah.
So what we did is we developed multiple tools that helps us to extract information from an individual and then process them as individual entrepreneurs, even as individual enterprises, because we believe each and every enterprise has its DNA. So we don't want to assume that the pain of an enterprise in Soweto is the same as the pain of an enterprise in Paley. You need to understand these things. So when we developed these programs and we take them to the market, we want to make sure that we engage people on a relevant, using relevant content, and we are able to basically unstuck them as individuals, not assume that we can move the whole township. We can't.
Exactly.
Yeah, really.
A beautiful website, I should say. Compliments.
Thank you.
Thank
You know how it is, but if you just joined us right now, it is 19 after the hour, 6 o'clock, and we are talking to Ntate Gift Nkuna. Now, talking about this program, how is it different from all other programs?
If you look at the program, I suppose you're talking about the program STEP.
Yes.
STEP, which is Superpreneurs Township Enabling Program. The way it's packaged, another thing that we want to move away from, it's this culture of people saying we are a one-stop shop. You can't be a one-stop shop. We cannot be expert in everything. So what we did is we designed a system. This system, we are using it to collaborate with experts expert in different subject matters. Like, for instance, when you come into the program, because we want to process you as an individual, we have to first do psychometric evaluation, which is gauge your cognitive status, gauge your behavioral status, and that, I'm not a psychologist, I cannot claim that I can do that. We had to partner with an expert, a company that is credible in the space. Now, they would now do that for us. As soon as they do that, they give us the data. The data will tell us what is your cognitive status and your behavioral status, your personality traits and all those kind of things. They give us that report. We take the report and we do what we refer to as an enterprise diagnosis. Now, the enterprise diagnosis, we gauge 4 things there. First, we gauge your comprehension of entrepreneurship. We gauge your authenticity. We gauge your compliance. And we gauge your sector readiness. So these things, combined with the report that we got from, we are partnering with Phelekeza, combined with the report that we got, we do what we refer to as a tailored intervention template. Now, a tailored intervention template is more like foromo ya gago. This is how we're going to baka ditena tsa gago tsa ntlo ya gago. Yes. Now, the tailored intervention template, your template, one entrepreneur's template cannot be the same as the other. So your template will always be different. Now, we might have a menu of different programs on the actual program, but then you'll find that not every entrepreneur will attend the same program at the same time. It will be informed by the tailored intervention template that we have. And then from there, we now develop what we call an enterprise navigation chart, which is now mapping your business. We say, this is where you are, this is where you want to get in about 2 years or 5 years, this is what we want to achieve. So we break it down into smaller tasks and goals. We say for you to achieve this, you must associate with this person, you must get this skill, you must be supported with this resource, and this is how the pace that you need to do it at. Now we've got active coaches that will be taking you from the onset to the time that you reach a climax, which is achievement of a goal. So that is basically what will happen. This is not a hit and run program. I must emphasize that, because a lot of people will ask me, when are you coming to Atteridgeville? When are you coming to show? No. Once you get engaged on the STEP program, it's a 24-month program.
Okay.
So for 24 months, and another thing is to understand that as an entrepreneur, I cannot remove you from your business for 24 months. So we need to do it virtually, we need to do it remotely in such a wise way that even though you are there running a business, we still can support, we still can impart knowledge, we still can connect you to an organic ecosystem from wherever you are. You don't necessarily have to be coming to a training room every day for 24 months. No, that's not how we run it. We've got different tools that we're using to make sure that even from where you are, you get the best out of the program. So that is, in a nutshell, what we'll be doing. And we've got another thing that is embedded in the program. We've got a competition, which is 10 best performing entrepreneurs will be sharing in the price of 10 million rands. And now,
They can
you hear money.
1 million each.
now, if you look at how a lot of business competitions have been run, we've been doing it wrong because they are based on popularity.
Sure.
It's based on people voting a certain business on and saying no, and then that business get awarded the prize because they are popular. People are liking that, but that's not how we do it. We use active coaching. So it's based on completion of task and progression from the point that you were when you came into the program to the point that you are at the end of the program. So we will be gauging how many tasks have you completed, and from those tasks, how many jobs have you created. You came on the program having negative 200 rands in a bank account. How much revenue have you generated? How many deals have you closed? How many clients are coming and giving good feedback? Because another thing is we need to move away from this thing of hit and runs where people tend to think that business will grow by you getting more clients every day. No, service the one client that we have good, then the client will be a repeat client. Then you start attracting more clients from word of mouth. So we're teaching entrepreneurs those kind of things. The other thing that is sort of like flown over our head is the importance of collaboration. We get too competitive to an extent that we don't extract the value of collaboration. We're teaching entrepreneurs that, look, you cannot be an island. If you got a deal that is worth 10 million rands and it requires 1, 2, 3, 4, you only have 1, 2. Collaborate with somebody who has one and the other, and split the process of the thing and then close the deal together. We're teaching these things in this journey called the STEP.
Sure.
It's all about helping hands.
It is going to be a very interesting competition.
Yes.
It is going to be very interesting.
Yes, speaking about interesting in this, you speak about how you're going to be actually having these entrepreneurs or these people that you're going to be recruiting, helping, teaching how to do all of these.
Yes.
But now, one of the biggest elephants in the room is this social distance, is this coronavirus. How are you aiming to execute the whole program with this thing happening right now in the country?
Thanks for that question. Let me talk more about what is happening now. We are on the phase, we call it the application phase, where entrepreneurs go on our website, they download the form, or they can WhatsApp us to get the form, and they apply to become part of the program. As I said, the program is a journey. It's 24 months. Now, initially, we wanted to do contact interviews to sort of assess and even select the people that meet the criteria to become part of the program. Then we realized when Corona hit us, it did not just... we saw it as an opportunity for us to be as creative as possible. Now, the selection process itself, I'm going to talk about only the selection process, and I'll link it to the other stages of the program.
Okay.
Now, you apply, you submit, we assess, we do one telephonic interview. Now, telephonic interview the objective will be to sort of detect the scalability of your idea, your business idea. Then after that, the people that have made it through the telephonic interview, they do the first thing. We are launching for the first time what we call social media pitching. Now, social media pitching, how it works is that you prepare a 1-minute video of your business idea. You take a video of yourself for 1 minute, you're pitching your business, you then post it on our Twitter page. Now, people will be going to the Twitter page to watch that, and will be sort of like allocating time slot for different entrepreneurs. You tell your people that, you know, that at such and such a time, my business will be pitched on there. Now, people will go on Twitter, then they like, they retweet, but now, remember I said we are not about popularity. Social media pitching will only gain you about 20% of the score. 80% will still be based on how relevant, how scalable your business is.
All right.
And from that point onwards, then we'll be selecting the 240 people who will be engaged on the program for the entire journey, which is 24 months. This is one way that we're doing that. Now, I talked about bespoke intervention. Bespoke intervention, how we now aligned our bespoke intervention to the challenge that we're facing now, which is COVID-19. We said we've got different levels of intervention. I normally use myself as an example. You can take me to a program or to a training program for 2 years that teaches people to become administrators. I will never wake up being an administrator. I don't care how much resource you invest in trying to turn me into an administrator. I'm not wired like that. I'm a creative. I need a space to become who I am, to become authentic. And one thing that I believe in is if whatever it is that you focus on grows. If you focus on your strength, they grow. You focus on your weaknesses, they grow. So what we did is that we've got 2 levels of intervention. We've got, let me use administration as an example. Administration A, administration B. Administration A is intensive. Administration B is basically giving you an understanding, just a background of whatever it is that you need to know about to unfold. We're also launching an app. It's called DIP. It will be live in October. DIP, it's called Digital Intervention Platform. Now, how DIP works is all the interventions will be loaded in there. You will be able to engage with the coach. You'll be able to engage with the partners. There's a chat room. You can engage and you can do collaborations. You can close deals. You know of the opportunities that are there. I mean, everything just in one mobile application. Yes.
I believe right now you should be impressed if you're listening. On the other hand, I don't know who you're listening with, but do make sure that you call a friend, you invite them over, as we're going to be taking some quick ad break right now. This is the Capital Business on Peli FM and Commuter FM. We continue with Mr. Gift Nkuna after this. It's your leading player
program. Now, this is a program that seeks to enable technology innovation amongst township entrepreneurs, and through this 24 months program, they will actually reach and impact 240 townships, township tech entrepreneurs who will actually be tasked to come up with the tech solution for societal challenges that include public transport, your health, your food security, education, safety, and security as well. And this is also in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, Mr. Gift, as we continue right here, I'm sure a lot of people okay, Sharp, this is a very beautiful program, and I do believe that is going to help a lot of people. I'm sure about the how is it funded?
Yeah, beautiful. When we started, we wanted to start the journey by partnering with corporate entities. We actually had a partner that we started the journey with who removed the plug midway, I think, in response to COVID-19, because we started preparing this program last year. We were thinking we're going to have a partner to walk the journey with. But then we realized very soon that we need to come up with innovative ways to fund the program and remove the impact from the entrepreneur. Because before I say that, I would say for the 240 entrepreneurs that will come on board, it costs the program north of 300,000 rands for one person to build a program, but we make it free of charge.
Sure.
So now, having said that, it was a frustration as to how are we going to raise this money? Can we abort this? Then I refused. I said, no, we can't abort this. This is a program whose time has come. Now, I did mention that we invented the board game called the Superpreneurs. I invented it in 2004. It's been very relevant. Now, the Superpreneurs, the way it's designed, when you play the Superpreneurs, it's as though you are running business in real life. And the beauty of it is that, unlike other games that are popular, it's not a dictating game where, other games, when you land on a spot, it says go to jail, you must go to jail. The Superpreneurs is not designed like that. It's designed in such a way that when you land on a spot, let's say maybe you meet a traffic roadblock, you don't necessarily get a ticket because you made a traffic roadblock. No, you get a ticket based on your preparedness before the traffic roadblock. Why would you get a ticket when you've got your seatbelt on, you paid your tickets, and you're driving the normal speed? So we're teaching people that preparation is key using the game. Now, because of that, you consume exactly the same thing that you consume in real life, meaning you consume banking, telecommunications, taxation, and everything, the same as you consume in real life. Having said that, we saw it as an opportunity. We take this product, we'll approach a bank and say, Bank A, you've got solutions for entrepreneur. Give us your processes, your features, and your benefits. We infuse them into the game. Now, as they play the game, we are doing product education for that bank. We are doing product promotion for that bank. We are also influencing future buying decision. So having done that, now we can charge the bank to be on the program, not just by putting their logo, but by having their products actively engaged by these entrepreneurs on the program. So we call it game-based experiential advertising. That is how we are going to fund the program going forward. So we will be partnering with a number of corporate entities because they have solutions for entrepreneurs and they've been using static advertising for quite some time. Now we want to engage in experiential advertising on the game. That's how the program is funded.
I think we need to have the game. We need to have the game. Please find a way to send us the game. I would love to try out the game. But now I believe someone is listening and saying, you know what? Am I the target? Is this based on me? So what I want to know from you, Mr. Nguna, is who is the program's target? Who are you guys targeting? What ages? Well, I think gender doesn't matter. And like tell us the target.
Okay. We danced around for so many months with that because you have people that will say 18 to 35 youth now, but I believe people past 35 years they become mellow. They now start taking life serious. They start doing things. So we say 18 to 40.
Wow.
Oh.
Ages 18 to 40, and when you are a resident, you must be a resident of the townships that are mapped on the program. We initially had 8 townships. We've just expanded. Now we've got 11 townships because we've included now. Atteridgeville was not initially on the plan.
Well, we were not
We are now.
But now we had so many requests from Atteridgeville. We had requests from Garankuwa. We had requests from Mabopane, and then we included the 3 plus the 8 that we had originally.
All right.
So you must be from the townships. Your business or your idea must be 51% owned by a black person.
All right.
Another thing is we are looking, because of the content on the program, you must have passed grade 12 because, we've got contributors or people who are partnering with us as experts who cannot speak local languages. So we at least, for comprehension purposes, we at least have metric and have a clear understanding of the English language.
Exactly.
That is one of the things. But then the most important thing is, and we don't care whether or not your business is registered, because in the value chain, we are also going to help you register and comply. So whether or not, if it's an idea and we see that this idea can be scaled, we are going to take you on board. No matter whether or not you are registered or not, we'll take you on board. So these are the things that we're looking at. They're not quite difficult as long as your idea is relevant.
All right.
Not difficult at all.
Not difficult. If you're 18 years and you are between 18 years and 40 years, and you are South African living in the relevant townships, which is the 11 townships. Atteridgeville, Garankuwa, Mabopane, Mamelodi, Oliven is there as well. I saw Katlehong is there as well, right?
Yes.
Yes, I saw that. So if you live around these parts, do make sure that you go to the website, check out this thing. It's a very good opportunity for you to make money, to become an established entrepreneur. Do apply there, and hopefully after this corona or lockdown, you'll be making a rent a much more valuable currency in the world.
And also make sure that you are part of the competition. Hello.
And
R1 million.
$1 million. Well, if you are 10, you separate the money.
And anyway, we will definitely make sure that as we get done with this interview, we give you all the townships that will actually be participating in this entrepreneurs, or rather the STEP program. So do make sure that you stay tuned in to PLFM 95.0 39 after 6 o'clock. Now, there's a very important one as well, the criteria for selection.
Yes.
Because I mean, I can just come up there, show right,
Just that you have metric and you live in the township and you think it's okay.
Yeah. So what is the criteria for selection?
Okay, like I said, the process is quite interesting. You complete an application form. You send it. We've got a point system that we have embedded on the form itself. Now, first of all, we'll be looking at the criteria that I said that I was giving you. Things like your age, your race, your location, your educational background, those kind of things, as that I've mentioned. We'll look at that first. But then, the one thing that's going to separate water from oil is the telephonic interview, the first telephonic interview. Now, the interview is gruesome. This is where now the experts and the contributors will be calling you. Now you have to sell the idea to us, first of all. Before we can even send you to your social media where people can destroy you. We are just going to make sure that sell it to the experts, sell it to people who are not out there to destroy you, but to build you. So, telephonic interview. Then the telephonic interview will last about 8 minutes, the way we planned it. The questions and the engaging, we lead you. We ask you questions that are leading so that we can unpack and extract content from your idea. After that, we'll select the top 500 people. Only 500 applicants will go to the social media pitch. From the 500 social media pitching enterprises, we are going to now select the 240. So it's not like because you come from a township and you've got an idea, you've got metric, you just apply and you are in. We need to be able to sieve and get the best out there. And we don't necessarily say, if you do not make it to the 240, then we throw you away. Some people still need a bit of nudging. So how do we do that? When you go to a township, we'll also have continuous game tournaments where our facilitators will come and facilitate the board game. So just to give people an understanding as to how do you package your business going forward. We've got ideation processes where we're saying, before you say this is a solid idea, do you understand what pain you're solving? Have you empathized with the market? Who are you selling this for? How are you going to take it to the market? So we unpack those things using a game and using experts as well. So we are not just going to hit and take, like for instance, in Outreachville, we are targeting to get about 20 entrepreneurs in Outreachville will be on the program. But then you'll find that there's 500 applications. What happens to the 480? Now, we've got open sessions that will be happening every Saturday from the first week of November. Every Saturday we'll have, in a selected venue in the township, will have the game happening. Free session, you can just register, walk in, and be guided on the game session.
Is the game going to be the Superpreneur game?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm waiting for November for that one. So, speaking about that, what is the sustainability plan for this? I mean, like, you come into this and you always have plans of how to actually get out of this, because you want to teach them how to have plans on how to actually make it in business. So I want to know your sustainability plan about this.
Okay. The other thing is, we know that there's been so much money that has been wasted in developing entrepreneurs. And I mean, if you look at the number of billions that have been thrown into enterprise development by both the state and private entities.
Exactly.
And if you look at the money, the figures versus the generation or the growth of the economy, it's a shame, because you'll realize that where we've spent, let's say, for instance, 100 rands, there's only return on investment that is worth about 50 cents in percentages.
That's how we lost money.
So how do we sustain, how do we make sure that these people are growing from? We don't want to just excite you and leave you. The journey itself, it's 2 years, but the active coaching will continue for an extended 3 years.
Oh, beautiful.
So meaning for 3 years, even past the program, you can still be in touch with the coach free of charge. You don't, we know coaching is expensive. Don't worry, we took care of that.
All right.
So for 3 years, even past the program, you can still pick up your phone, go to the deep, log on and engage your coach and say, Coach, I've got a presentation tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. How do I approach this?
So this is 3 years after the 24 months.
3 years. Basically, the program, if I have to put it in to perspective, it's a 5 years program.
Yes.
Yes.
3 years after 24 months is like, oh my
Exactly.
God.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yes.
I think I need that something.
I don't know if Batwakasi don't jump
Take
at
this
this
opportunity.
opportunity, then I don't know Rabatlang, because I mean this is a very beautiful one.
And
It
again,
is.
you make those calls for them to come to our hood, so you better be taking this opportunity seriously.
Yes.
I mean, there's people that fought for this opportunity to come to Peli, so
Yeah, I can name drop. There's one person that has been bothering us on Twitter.
Okay.
She goes by the Twitter handle Current Mama. We don't.
Oh my goodness.
she's friends with her.
Oh my word.
WhatsApp group.
Now, Current Mama would be asking, and then why not pay?
I hope
Why
she's
not?
listening.
Current Mama, we owe it to you
Yeah.
to have brought this program to Peli. Had it not been of your troubling us on Twitter, we would
I wouldn't have brought it here.
Yes.
Like I
So
don't
a big thanks to current mama.
I don't
right now.
believe because-
Let's not let her down.
waiting knowing her ne before re ka fetsa mo o ka mo kry-a mo lebating a re bona ke a leboga wa ntlhaloganya.
Because she is
That's-
current.
she's current like that. You know, but anyway, as we continue right here on PLFM 95.0 as well as Commuter FM 87.6, is there any further assistance, you know, partnership, contribution required?
There's always room for that.
Bona.
Accommodation is always there.
I'm going to say this. A lot of organizations miss an opportunity like this. This is forecast, if I may use your strategic goal as an organization, this is forecast promotion, forecast advertising, because we take your product, the processes of that got you to develop that product, the features and the benefit of that product. We mirror it against probabilities, meaning opportunities and challenges on the program. Now, when people are using your product on the program, they get to align it to where it works best and how it gives them a competitive advantage. So this, to a company that is doing banking, to a company that is doing insurance for entrepreneurs, a company that is doing telecommunications for entrepreneurs, even taxation, we break down, we have simplified taxation on the program such that people experience taxation on the game. We don't use manuals. People play the game and they go, wow, so this is how I must do my taxes. Bookkeeping, we use the game to do that. So if you are a company, if you're a corporate entity that has a solution that is targeted at enabling or helping entrepreneurs, we would like to partner with you. And believe you me, it's so funny because, like, for instance, I'm just going to use this. I mean, companies pay to the tune of about 3,000 rands to adopt one entrepreneur to come on the program. And if you look at how much companies are paying out there to the programs that are out there, I mean, come on, we have managed to break it down. So we want to partner also with your financials. We want to partner with your CFAs. We want to partner with your SARS. You can come, not only there, even stakeholders in the township. We've got organizations that are representing entrepreneurs. We're saying to them, come on board. Let's work together. Let's collaborate. Let's eat this elephant one piece at a time.
Wow.
Okay. Now, for people that want to be in touch with you guys, people that say, Bona, we want to be part of this and we want to make sure we grow as entrepreneurs. I know I might not maybe win in the competition, but I'm pretty sure we could win some
The
more knowledge
experience,
and
yes.
wisdom.
The knowledge.
How do they get in touch with you guys?
Okay, there's you can go to our website, which is www.superpreneur.co.za. Click on the step tab. There is a tab there. It's called Step.
Yes.
Click on the Step tab. It will take you to the programs page, and then you can download an application form
All right.
there. What I also want to mention is that we're not only going to be impacting entrepreneurs, by the way. The program also is going to create 48 job opportunities for graduates.
Sure.
And we are putting back 6 million rands in business opportunities back in the hands of the township businesses. Like, for instance, if we come to Peli, if we want to do to have food, we are not going to procure it elsewhere. We're going to look for a local company.
Yes.
If there's printing that needs to happen for a program in Peli, we're going to procure it here. If there's venue that needs to be hired, we're going to do it here. If there's transportation that is needed, it's going to be done here. So we are putting back about 6 million back to the hands of township entrepreneurs, and we're taking 48 graduates. 48 graduates, 32 of which are going to be facilitators, program facilitators,
All right.
and 16 of which are going to be assistant facilitators, which are taken on an internship approach. Look, we're not talking opportunities that are just going to give people survival money. We want to blow the township minds away. We want to blow you out because we're saying a graduate who's working on the program, if they work only 8 days a month, they will earn nothing less than 16,000 rands on the program.
Sure.
So we are saying you can do other things, but also contribute. We need your brains. We want to train you. We give you the license, and the beauty of it is that the license, you can also use it to make money elsewhere. Meaning you can. It's like a franchise. Once you are licensed, we take you in, we train you. It's like we've given you a franchise. When the program falls, you can now sell the Superpreneur as a franchise and earn money.
This is so beautiful.
This is so beautiful, but here's what I want to catch. I may graduate myself, and I'm looking forward to that money. So, here's my thing. Here's my question. When we say graduate, do we say everybody who has went to university, college, and studied, or do we have a specific field that we are looking at and say graduates from economic business management science only, or
that is our focus. Thank you for clarifying that. But believe you me, guys, entrepreneurship is not limited to commercial science. We were raised by entrepreneurs. We were raised by mothers who knew that in the money. I mean, I normally use this phrase as saying, you know, the reason why we remain poor. We are all, everybody is created a survivor, but only a few will thrive.
Sure.
When you approach life with the mindset of see lion run, like an impala in the wild, when it sees a lion it run, everybody can run.
You just run.
Everybody can run. But who is the one person that is going to confront the lion and take the crown of the out of them? So what I'm trying to say is that entrepreneurship should not only be limited to boardrooms. It should not be limited to commercial science only. We need to also teach even graduates. If you are a lawyer, you need to know how to commercialize your qualification. The reason why you see a lot of young graduates sitting in the street corners with boards is because we have not taught our people how to commercialize their skill, how to commercialize their talents, and how to commercialize their qualifications. So that's where we have missed it. But we need to go back and say, yes, you can be a lawyer, but if you're just a lawyer who's going to be looking for a job,
Sure.
you are working on what we refer to as depletion mentality. Let's remove you from that. Let's move you, shift your gaze to abundance. Let's help you to commercialize that skill, that which you have at hand. So, having said that, we are going to screen these graduates, but we know that it will be easier for somebody who's studied in the field of commercial science to understand the content, but we are not saying we don't want the others. You might find that there's somebody who did only human resource, but when you tap into the entrepreneurial authenticity, you find that it's so heavy, you cannot ignore them. So I don't want to lock people out.
I love that analogy, right?
I love it too.
I mean, there's people that go to school just to, make their parents happy because the parents want them to study teaching. But on the other side, they are focused more on business and they want to do business. So thank you very much for coming to the show right here, Mr. Gift Nkuna, to give us the insight of this beautiful Superpreneur Township Enabling Program that is going to be happening. I believe as of November, there's going to be everything that is going to be starting. There's going to be the games in the townships. I am ready for that.
I'm so ready.
I'm an application sent.
Yes. Otherwise, if you just missed out on the Gauteng 8, or rather more than 8 townships that will actually be participating in this STEP program, it is Yoso Shanguve, Mamelodi, Hammanskral, Tembisa, Alexandra, Katlehong, Tsakane, Oliver Houtbosch, Atteridgeville, Garankuwa, as well as
the last one, the number 11.
Mabopan. Exactly.
A place that's
so,
far.
yes, now this intervention on this program will actually be largely based on their, bespoke intervention strategy, and also has actually embarked on it on an exciting entrepreneurship challenge with a total prize purse of 10 million. So do make sure that you check them out. It is www.superpreneur.co.za. Go out there, check out the STEP and application. Once you click on STEP, then the
And
application.
it's a beautiful website, so you will not get lost. It's very simple. I love your team. Your team has this.
I love the journey as well. Like looking at the pictures here, I'm like, oh yeah, we see.
And I mean, it's success itself. So do apply.
But thank you so much, Shanda. Thank you for making sure that you come through.
Thanks a lot for having me, and I want to thank the listeners of Penny FM. Do apply. Go to the website. If you have challenges, you can drop us a WhatsApp on 066 414 0322. I repeat, 066 414 0322. We will respond by sending you a copy of the form on WhatsApp. Then you can print and send to the dedicated email address.
Wow.
And a special...
very simple. Just go to WhatsApp, send them a text, then they will reply with a form.
Yes.
You know how it is. A special thank you to Karen Mama. She's been out there doing the things.
18 minutes ago she posted, 21 minutes ago she posted, 23 minutes ago she posted about the conversation on the show.
Wow.
Thank you so much to Karen Mama and everyone else that is listening to Pale FM 95.0. But anyway, you know how it is. We always leave you with a beautiful business quote right here on Commuter FM 87.6 as well as Pale FM 95.6, 95.0 rather. Yeah, the excitement is out there. But anyway, this is the quote that I'm leaving you with today. It is passion plus consistency equals to success.
Wow, I like that. I'm just going to add spice with my concluding words. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently.
Yes.
Consistency
is key.
Yes.
No, we are excited today.